the 1800s, music was transitioning to a new style called the Romantic era. The instrument known as the piano was invented, which gave music a heavier and deeper sound. While Beethoven was the first Romantic era composer, it was Tchaikovsky who refined the style. Classical music was starting to become more popular in Russia, and Tchaikovsky would create music that would help push the country's program forward. Tchaikovsky was born in Vyatka, Russia in 1840. He started learning music at the age of 5 and had a passion for music growing up. However, being a musician for royalty was not a regular job anymore, so Tchaikovsky's parents pushed him into public services, and at age 16 he became a bank clerk. However, when Tchaikovsky was 21, he decided to become a musician anyway and took lessons with the Russian Musical Society. At the age of 21, he attended the St. Petersburg Conservatory and majored in music composition. Tchaikovsky graduated from college in 1865. After graduation, he moved to Moscow and became a professor of harmony at the Moscow Conservatory. Tchaikovsky worked hard to innovate Russian cultural music and faced a lot of challenges. One of those challenges was the group called the Five. They were an influential group of nationalistic Russian composers that would approve or fail performances of fellow composers. Tchaikovsky's first opera, Voyevoda, was well received, and Tchaikovsky continued to impress with the orchestral suite Romeo and Juliet, a musical adaptation of Shakespeare's play. Over the years, Tchaikovsky composed many more successful pieces. In 1876, Tchaikovsky tried a new genre of music called ballet. Ballets are music performances told through interpretive dance. The first ballet written by Tchaikovsky was Swan Lake when it premiered in 1877, but it was an unfortunate failure. However, Tchaikovsky did not give up on ballets and years later wrote Beauty and the Beast and his final ballet, The Nutcracker. All three of his ballets were based around childhood stories, and The Nutcracker received the most praise. Years later, Disney adopted Tchaikovsky's version of Beauty and the Beast for their 1992 animated film. One of Tchaikovsky's most famous pieces of music was his 1812 Overture. While Tchaikovsky made a lot of money from the piece, he stated many times that he disliked it. He stated that he was only given 2 weeks to write it and that the employer didn't pay enough money until years later. Regardless of the situation, the 1812 Overture was one of the first pieces of music to use cannons, and years later has been used in many movies. Tchaikovsky would continue composing music for many years. However, in 1893, he contracted the disease cholera and passed away days later.